Deborra-Lee Furness had spent nearly 3 decades standing beside one of Hollywood's biggest stars, and when that all fell apart, she said almost nothing. No bitter interviews, no public blame, just silence. And somehow, that silence ended up speaking louder than anything she could have said. For 27 years, Hugh Jackman and Deborra-Lee Furness were considered one of the most solid couples in the entertainment world. Hugh talked about her constantly, in interviews, in anniversary posts, in heartfelt public tributes. On their 25th anniversary, he shared wedding photos and wrote about how his love for her had only grown stronger. From the outside, everything looked exactly as it always had. Then, in September 2023, they announced their separation. The statement was calm, respectful, and said almost nothing, something about a change in their journey and a desire for individual growth. It gave the public no real answers, and for a long time afterward, Deborra-Lee didn't offer any either. While tabloids ran story after story about the breakup, she stayed quiet. When a reporter asked her at a film event what the past year had taught her, she simply said she'd learned she was strong and resilient. That was it. No mention of Hugh, no mention of what had gone wrong, just a quiet acknowledgement that she'd been through something difficult. What made people pay even closer attention was the Broadway connection. Hugh and actress Sutton Foster had worked together on the revival of The Music Man throughout 2022, rehearsing and performing together night after night. At the time, they spoke warmly about their friendship and the bond they'd built during the production. According to some reports, however, their relationship had become unusually close, and some sources later claimed that Deborra-Lee was blindsided when she eventually found out. These are allegations that have not been independently confirmed, and neither party has given a full public account of what happened during that period. What we do know is the timeline. In April 2023, Hugh publicly celebrated his wedding anniversary with Deborra-Lee. In May, they appeared together at the Met Gala. By September, they were separated. Sutton Foster filed for divorce from her own husband in October 2024, and by early 2025, she and Hugh were being photographed together publicly, holding hands. When Deborra-Lee finally spoke with more directness about the experience, the word she used was betrayal. She described it as a traumatic journey, a wound that cuts deeply. That's a very different kind of language from the carefully neutral tone of their original separation statement. She didn't elaborate or name anyone, but the word itself said enough. The divorce was finalized in June 2025. Within months, reports surfaced claiming Hugh had proposed to Sutton. For someone who had spent nearly 30 years building a life with him, according to people said to be close to her, that news reportedly hit like a gut punch. What makes Deborra-Lee's story so compelling isn't the drama itself, it's her restraint. She had every opportunity to tell her side and chose not to. She protected her privacy while the world speculated around her. And now, with reports suggesting she may eventually share her full story, the question everyone is asking is simple. What really happened behind closed doors? If you found this story as thought-provoking as we did, give it a like and subscribe. There's much more to come.